Another copy of 2K24. If you strike out with me here, you can go to WMMS.com, hit the contest tab, and you can try to win a copy there if you really want that game. I know a lot of people are hitting me up for it. If you listen to the show on iHeartRadio, let me know where you do that, if it's outside Ohio, anywhere throughout North America and beyond. Mark is a bureau chief who listens in Fargo, North Dakota. Mike and Chelsea are in Edmond, Oklahoma. Margot is in Peterstown, West Virginia.
Man, I wish she was in Fargo.
Margot from Fargo.
Right?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Jeff is in Shelbyville, Kentucky. It's right next to Springfield, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And Chad is down in Thibodaux, Louisiana.
They don't like each other.
Yeah, so anyway, thanks, gang. Cavs tonight. They're at home. They're going to play the Boston Celtics at 7 o'clock tonight. So 6:30 when we get out of here is when your pregame coverage will start. You got another chance to grab $1,000 in about 7 minutes here. And then 6:30, right before the Cavs pregame, if you bend your ear, you will hear another keyword right before the game starts. So 7 o'clock tonight, Cavs Celtics here in MMS. Keep in mind, all through the month of November, you can use the promo code HARVEST for 20% off whatever you want at CLE Clothing Company.
Speaking of Springfield, I was watching an old episode of The Simpsons just on Sunday, just a rerun, and I hadn't seen it in a while. Is the one where Bart gets an elephant, and there's a part that made me laugh so goddamn hard. It was they're all inside doing chores, and there's fun things that are happening that appeal to like Homer and Lisa and Bart, and the thing that appealed to Lisa was a bunch of people going down the street playing jazz music, and Bill Clinton was one of them.
Okay.
And he's out there playing a saxophone, and then Mo drives by and goes, "Hey, Clinton, get back to work." And he goes, "Make me." And that made me laugh so hard. I don't know why that's so damn funny to me, but him just being like, "Hey, make me." Just killed it.
Hey, Clinton, get back to work.
Like me.
They're having a great time, and I'm stuck in here.
Well, there is.
Good.
Because it's absurd.
It's very absurd.
Why would Bill Clinton be playing? Boy, Clinton sure gets a lot of credit for the saxophone.
Right?
You guys are probably too young to remember when he
He
played on
it
Arsenio.
on a TV show.
On Arsenio Hall. And he tooted a couple of notes up there, and it made him look like a cool guy because he was running for president. They're like, look at this guy, he can play an instrument. It's like when Huckabee plays the stupid bass on Fox News or whatever. But Clinton, you know, he was up there like, huh?
Because he had sunglasses on, and
yeah,
he was basically playing that solo from that song. Just honk, 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 honk.
Yeah. You know Kenny G up there. I mean, they got... Right.
God damn that. Make me.
Make me.
Hey, Clinton, get back to work. Make me.
Yeah.
That episode is chock full of quotable moments. Probably one of my top 5 episodes.
Is that first or second Clinton term that came out?
I want to say that was second.
Okay.
It might have been first, though. I don't remember exactly when that episode aired. But it's also the episode where Homer says, well, a lot of things work in theory. In theory, communism works. In theory.
I still like when Lisa becomes a vegetarian. And he goes, she's like, I'm not going to eat pork or bacon or whatever.
Or ham.
Or ham.
No, Homer's going, you're not going to eat pork? And she's like, no.
Bacon? No.
No.
Ham? No. Dad, those all come from the same animal. Right, Lisa? A magical animal.
Some mystical, magical animal.
Oh, God. When the shark eats a monkey out of the tree. I cried the first time that aired. He's part of the food chain. Yep. A cougar takes down a gazelle, and then a shark comes out and eats a monkey.
Not even a monkey, it's a gorilla.
He's reaching for a banana, and a shark jumps out and eats him. Oh, man, is that good.
Take it away, Bill.
It's the same note.
Yeah, same note.
That's the joke.
I do like the guys in the back going, yeah! Play it! Because they're waiting for him to really take off this rocket.
Keep going.
ride.
Just keep on going.
Keep going. Keep
Take
going.
your time. It's the 40s.
You're going to
We
find
don't got
something.
anywhere to be.
Yeah, you're going to find something in there.
Is it the 50s? I don't know when that came up.
I think the 50s, yeah.
Like 50s.
Hey, listen, go back even further. I'm very excited that a lot of music and art pieces from the 1920s are going to become public domain next year. So if you've been, for a long time, you couldn't air Happy Birthday. It was copywritten. And those copyrights, boy, they have a long tail on those. Some of them are 50 years.
It's the writer's life plus 50 or 75 years.
There you go.
Yeah, I learned that in school.
January the 1st will bring thousands of classic copyrighted works into the public domain. Anything that was published in 1924 will become public domain in 2020. The copyrights will run out.
Now, what happens
So,
when...
boy, if you have been waiting to get a DVD copy of Girl Shy and Hot Water from Harold Lloyd,
Oh, I have.
2020,
I have.
make a New Year's resolution right now that you're going to check those Walmart $5 bins for some Buster Keaton.
Is there a way to re-up on that? So if you have something that came out in the 50s, like all the Elvis music, that's still very valuable.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's strange.
I mean, there's got to be a way to do whatever you want to do.
To extend it, right?
There are a lot of people who are dead.
How old would Elvis be if he was still alive?
No way to know.
Okay.
He'd be 137.
Seems kinda
Does that sound right?
It doesn't sound right, but it doesn't sound wrong.
He was 40-something when he died. He would still be old, but still functional, I think.
So he'd be, if he was 40-something when he died, because he died before my grandfather, who died in 79, then he'd be 90 years old, right?
Yeah.
He'd be pushing 100.
Yeah. Well, he was born in 35.
Whoa.
So, whatever that math is,
Ooh, that's a lot.
85.
85 years old.
That's doable. You can still be, if he didn't do a lot of drugs. And
Well, because
but he did.
2035, he'd be 100.
Yeah, I think his lifestyle would have killed him way before. Elvis
think
wouldn't be
that, but
alive in 2019.
Look at Mick Jagger and all those guys.
Yeah, he wasn't a fat tub of crap.
Okay, but Elvis was
Elvis
fat.
was slumped over a toilet. The guy was eating like bacon and banana sandwiches,
But
and
he was
Peanut
always
butter, too.
He was only fat for
Whatever.
the decline of his life. He wasn't
yeah,
fat. The
that's when
majority-
everybody gets fat.
But he
Is in
wasn't-
the decline
Not
of their
everybody.
life.
I've been fat most of my life.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't fat the majority of his life. He just was in a,
Right, but when you stop taking care of yourself, that's your rocket ride to death right there. Okay. And he was decidedly not taking care of himself. I remember my uncle, who's been long estranged from my mother, but when we were kids, he was way into Elvis. And so since I'm pretty sure my uncle was touched in the head to some degree, I always associated liking Elvis with, being a little touched in the head. And so,
Brutal.
you know what I mean? Like
Sounds real.
I guess I still do, which is unfair. Plenty of white people love Elvis. But, boy, if you look at that early stuff, where it's like clam bake, and girls were flipping out.
You're
and
fainting.
then you see him in Hawaii, whatever that classic concert is, where he's got like the mutton chops and the white sequin thing. And you're like, oh my God.
I like that.
I did
People
too.
who are way
That
into
onesie.
Elvis.
He's wearing a onesie.
I like Fat Elvis. It's my
Fat
favorite Elvis.
Elvis.
He's wearing like an Evil Knievel jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Did he do it
They
before
go,
Evil
"Dun-dun-dun."
Knievel, though? I don't know what timeline Evil Knievel's in.
I don't know
I
about
think it was
that.
pretty close to the same timeline.
So they were ripping off each other.
They were just, they probably were both, endorsers for onesies.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, this
You can
Elvis
get-
for onesies.
Shot out of a can or gyrate your hips.
Right. Well,
Right.
yeah, I think Elvis was too fat to get the bike up.
Ah.
Yeah.
Evil Knievel got shot out of cannons, didn't he?
No, he
No,
would
he was
motorcycle
only
over
motorcycle.
rows of buses, yeah. The Snake River
Who
Canyon.
got shot out of a cannon?
Oh, a lot of dead people.
I thought he did all that stuff. He was like the stunt master.
No, it's just motorcycle stuff, I think.
Yeah.
No?
Maybe he did. I don't know if he did the cannon thing.
Hey, let me get you $1,000 here, okay? Good luck. It's a chance for you to go fund yourself.
Hey, it's Rover. Go fund yourself. We have your shot at $1,000 now. Text the nationwide keyword ROCK to the number 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info, standard data, and message rate supply in this nationwide contest. That's ROCK to 200-200. Good luck and go fund yourself from 100.7 WMMS.
I'm going to see how many of these 1920s things I can snap up.
Oh, yeah, we can use all that stuff.
Oh, my God, come on.
Just use that for all our bumpers and
Yes.
stuff like that, because then YouTube can't flag our stuff anymore.
Right,
There
they
we
go,
go.
hey, this violates. No, it doesn't. I'm
Nope.
Alan Cox. I own Alabama Bound. I own California Here I Come by Al Jolson. It's public domain. I mean, I don't own it, but we all own it.
Can use it.
You can use
Yeah,
it,
Rhapsody in Blue, if you're a Gershwin fan, you know, if you're one of our 95-year-old listeners. And a lot of great songs. Who could forget I'm a Little Blackbird Looking for a Bluebird? That one's going to be, I can't believe I'm saying this, public domain. Oh, my God. That's going to be public domain. Why Did I Kiss That Girl? I actually want to hear that song. I want to know what the background is on that. I'm going to need some context.
I feel like that's how Bill feels when his house is going to get set on fire one day. He's like,
Why did I kiss that girl?
I know why I did.
You know.
Everybody told me not to.
You know better!
And yet, I still did. Where the Lazy Daisies Grow. Can't wait to get my little mitts on that one.
I don't
Where
want
do
any.
the lazy daisy grow?
I
A
don't
new
want the
kind of
lazy
man with a
ones.
new kind of love.
I don't like
what I'm looking
lazy
for.
flowers.
Prince of Wales, W-A-I-L-S.
Oh,
I bet that's a guy who's crying because his heart has been consistently broken. Do-wackadoo. I mean, you know, I don't know who did do-wackadoo, but it's going to be public domain. When my sugar walks down the street, all the little birdies go tweet, tweet, tweet.
A lot of birds.
A lot of birds.
A lot of bird stuff. The bird drones. Do they date back to the 20s?
No, it was
they
like
date back to
the-
the 50s.
I wanted to, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the 70s even.
Mary, birds don't even date back to the 20s.
All the songs are about the birds.
Because they were brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why these guys
saying.
were like, look at all these flying rats.
I'm just saying.
But flying rats didn't sound so, there's no elegance to it. So if you're a songwriter,
tweet,
you know,
tweet.
Tweet, tweet. That's right. That's right. All the birdies go tweet, tweet, tweet. Does the spearmint lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight, right? This is public domain now. Can't believe
banging.
Can't believe we get to have these now.
Oh me, oh my, oh you, I don't know what to do.
I feel like we're about to get murdered.
I know, right?
Hold on, no, I want to hear these words.
It's like this should be playing while a girl's walking down a hallway with a candle.
Yeah.
Because she heard a noise in a room.
And then there's a record player going, but there's no record on it.
Where's Hitler in this?
This was pre-Hitler. Hitler was still a frustrated art student in 1924.
I'm going crazy, won't somebody put me right?
Als unsere Partei gerade gegen Mann hoch war, brach sie schon zwei Grundsätze aus. Erster P wollte...
Yeah, I don't know that would have worked for him. A lot of things could have worked for him. I don't know. Boy, it is amazing what passed for popular music at one time, you know? I know we've gotten... If you were somebody who was still alive... And, you know, my dear departed grandmother died just shy of her 103rd birthday. And it would, I didn't talk to her that much about it, but I'm fascinated by what she would have seen over the course of her life. She would have seen Al Jolson.
Bird.
She would have seen the first bird. That's right.
She was there when birds became.
That's right. She saw the advent of the automobile. She saw the advent of the television.
Her social security number was 1.
Well, she wasn't the first person on the planet, but, you know.
First one with a social security card.
There you go. She's like, oh, my God, what a week. I've got this thing called Social Security. There's things flying around in the sky.
To think you live a century
Crazy.
plus 2 years.
Yeah.
A century plus 2 years.
Lived through the Depression.
Who could ask for anything more?
I
And
also
then
like
you
the
go-
idea that they hand out the social security numbers in order of birth.
I think they do.
This is what your number is on the planet. Or in the country.
In the country.
It's your government.
You say yours, Mary,
What's
I'll say
yours?
mine.
What's your number?
Saying it. I I was just thinking how I have to go get a new Social Security
I was
card
like,
before my
what
birthday.
number are you on the planet, Mary?
Yeah, right.
Hey, everybody, call in. Tell us what number you are on the planet.
Everyone's like, me.
Whatever. I might as well throw it out there. Maybe someone will make something.
You're living for you?
I'm living for me. I don't
have
have
other
a
people
Social
living for
Security
you,
number.
yeah.
You take my Social Security number, you'll be mad. You
Do
don't get
something
nothing
with this
it.
520 credit score. Can you do that?
You
If
still have 520
if
after
I
all
throw
this
it out
time?
there? No, it's better than that.
I was
probably.
going to say, not
Takes
drinking.
a long time to get a credit score up, boy.
Not drinking. What does that have to do
Once
with my
you-
credit?
I feel like everything in your life just comes into place.
Your credit score doesn't raise when you get sober.
How long does it take to build it up? I don't
Takes
know.
a lot.
It's 7 years before things start to fall off. But even when I had a credit card opened when I was 18, that they just keep reopening the case. Like it's been way more than 7 years, but they keep like refiling it or something, so it doesn't go away.
It's also set up so that changes are pretty glacial.
Yeah.
You don't just wake up one night and you're like, hey, look at this.
Hey,
Yeah.
$8.90. How'd that happen?
I know. It's like, I love the commercials where to me, it's the version of, my husband's a potter, and our budget is $2 million for our house. I love the commercials where they're trying to sell you on like credit apps, and everybody in the commercial, they look like they're 23. And they go in the app and they go, oh my God, look. It's like you said, 890 credit score or whatever.
I don't
Those are
believe
not
it.
the people who need those apps. Yeah, they need to have somebody on there. It's like 472.
Right, that's
They're
what
like,
I'm
wow,
saying.
I need this app.
Now I want to find out what
But
my credit score
when
is.
you're 472 and then you get like a 20-point boost, you're like, it did nothing.
Yeah,
'Cause
right.
that's all it does. It's like
Yep.
it gives you like a 20-point boost.
That's right. You went up 20 points. Cool.
Cool. Still didn't even
Now I
hit
can
500.
Yeah, now I can rent one of them Lime scooters.
You
Sweet.
need credit to do that?
Get to work. Pretty soon you're going to need credit to get everything. They talk about how like you need credit. They look at people's credit scores when they're thinking about them for jobs. All kinds of stuff.
It shows what type of person you are.
Mine's needs work. 612.
Needs work.
It says it. It
There you
tells
go.
right there.
There you go.
It's in the middle though. 612 is probably better than I've ever had in my life.
How long did it take you to get that 612?
I'm 30, so 30.
But like, what mistake have you made where?
When I was 18, I was working at a
besides the
mall.
credit card. Okay, yeah.
So I opened up credit cards everywhere all over the mall.
my
Macy's
God.
and American Eagle and jewelry
And you
stores.
actually spent them?
And I spent them, and then I never paid them back. And so my credit has been screwed since the day that I turned 18.
Oh my God.
That's why they need to teach financial literacy in schools and
Yeah.
things. You know.
You could take it, but it's an elective.
Yeah, I don't even feel like that was an elective course in any of my classes.
Not
Not
when I was in
college
school.
or high school or anything like that.
I took a summer co-op program, and if you wanted to work over summer, like the school would set you up with like a job agent and all that, but you had to take like an economics class, and they were actually in there like signing checks, and me and my friend are looking at each other. We're like, are we actually like really signing checks right now, or like writing out numbers? And a lot of the kids,
I took econ in high school, and I remember my teacher at the time, who had to have been all of 32. I'm sure I thought he was 60, but he
Right.
was
This
probably
old man.
32. He was like, I'm still paying for college. I was like, oh my God, you're still paying student loans at 32.
Right.
Not knowing
You're
like you're
so
paying for the rest of your
old.
life, if you have them. But
I have a 100%
Bill
payment
doesn't have
history.
you have what?
I've never missed a payment on it.
But again, it's all set up where even if you don't have credit cards, you'll get knocked for not having enough credit. Like they want you to have a whole bunch of accounts open.
You can get knocked for not using your credit
That's
cards
right.
if you have them.
Yeah.
Right.
The table is
Oh,
tilted, not in your favor. So,
I have 4 derogatory marks.
yeah.
So that's what's holding me back from having a better credit score. Because
Sure.
everything else is perfect. 15 accounts, low impact. No inquiries. No data for credit card
No
use.
what?
Inquiries.
Oh, okay.
Did I say it wrong?
Our
Inquiries?
top winner in the showcase is Gay.
All right, listen, I've got to break. Mary's going to go over, if you would like to go over her credit score with a fine-tooth comb.
Help me.
She'll be over on Instagram Live in the break.
Somebody help me
going
boost
through
my
that.
credit score, please.
Sure. $500 for 1 hour. You just got to find somebody who can help you boost your credit score.
No, my rate was $2,500 for an hour.
right.
I'm $500.
Bill is
$500.
But I have a feeling his credit score is much better than mine.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have any student loans.
I do have a lot.
There you go.
That'll do it.
All right. You want to get a text in? 35192, AlanCoxShow.com for all the other stuff.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.